As the war in Ukraine seems to be coming to a close, something that seems to sadden Mr. Zelensky, the time has come to foot the bill. At times like these, it's always good to remember that, as they say in economics, there's no such thing as a free lunch. And therefore, there are no free wars. And although this may seem obvious to many, a lot of people don't realize this detail. Zelensky was certain that he would defeat Russia, as he was counting on the help of his American friends, and to pay this bill, he had proposed a victory plan where the future war debt would be paid with the rare earth minerals that Ukraine possessed. Trump naturally openly declared himself in favor of this idea, and thus, he would recover all the money that Ukraine owes his country with the appropriation of Ukrainian rare earth minerals. Well, a report by Forbes magazine in April 2023 stated that Ukraine's mineral resources totaled 111 million tons and would reach a value of almost $15 billion. The only drawback is that, at this time, more than 70% of these resources are in Donetsk and Lugansk, regions that have become part of the Russian Federation. Anyway, the best thing that could have happened to the Ukrainians was the election of Trump, who will somehow put an end to this war. And although in the end he will leave Ukraine in ruins, it is already a step forward if we think about the future that would come under the Biden administration. Because Biden and the Democrats were determined to ruin not only Ukraine, but the entire planet. The only ones who benefited from the war were the American arms lobby and international capital, which has already bought a good part of Ukraine's arable land. American foreign policy and its puppet Zelensky have left behind millions of dead Ukrainians. A social and economic disaster that will take generations to recover. And as we said at the beginning, wars have to be paid for, and this thankless task always falls to the people, paying first with their own lives and then with the labor of the survivors. Meanwhile, the so-called leaders will have different tasks. Trump will have to find a way not to displease the deep state and the war hawks. At the same time, he will try not to appear weak in front of Putin. As for Zelensky, as we will see soon, he will be able to spend the rest of his days in some Italian villa surrounded by luxury. For as it was once written, everything must change so that things always remain the same.